What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have today our Dragon Link deck profile. So many people are playing this deck slightly different ways. That's like 40 cards, 43 cards, 45, 50, 55, 60, all kinds of crazy stuff. FTK. Obviously, you see we are main decking the Vylon Cube and Smoke Grenade, things like that. Other people playing the Rose Dragons, and they all have their added benefits and what have you. We decided to just play around with it and try and see what could we do, and adding and changing it up, doing a little bit different. But we actually end pretty consistently. Like, I'm talking, your basically your normal combo hands, but we end on Arclight, Borlode Savage with 5400 attack because Saryuja and Buster are equipped, and obviously the Buster Lock because Union Carrier, and then we actually tag out Halka Fibrex for a Desert Locust on our opponent's turn. So we rip 3 cards from their hand, meaning they get 3 cards to break our Buster Lock double negate. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just show you guys the combo, kinda. Not saying we played this actually most optimally. It was getting late. I mean, it's just past midnight now, and we misplayed so many times just going through it because I'm going to bed after this video, guys. So, but yeah, so pretty much standard combo here, get your tokens, go into our Metal Marcher, bringing back the Phalanx, and just going to your LP, get your Buster Whelp. Now you're going to use your Brotart. We don't need Boot Sector at all really for this deck either, this build, because Saryuja can just summon it from our hand. So even if you open one, and I mean between opening it, because you're playing like the 3 Tracer, 3, wow, really can't think, the special summoning from the deck, quick launch. Yeah, so of those 6, between opening them and drawing them off Saryuja, getting like extra draws, deck thinning, everything in the process, like you're really likely to see it. And opening like your Vylon Cube, it doesn't matter because Saryuja's just going to put it back into the deck anyway. Bringing back your Phalanx, that's really important. Then you banish. Oop, pause it too soon. Get that off our screen. Maybe not the necessarily most ideal play, but we have 3 Darks in the graveyard, so you just banish those 3 for your Levineer, and now you rip 1 with Levineer, and you can use your Whelp, LB, Pisty, Levineer to go into our Saryuja, which leaves our Tuner on the field for our Halka Fibrex play. And then, yeah, just depending what you all draw and everything, you put stuff back. You can put your Boot Sector back if you don't need it. Otherwise, it's a free discard. I really love opening our Safert if we don't need it, because then I just discard Safert because I can banish it to get my Levineer back to my hand, and it's just like free. Or even Chaos Space, if I don't need it at all, I'll discard it because then I can, return a card from banished and get a free draw on top of my other draws and everything else. But I mean, here, like, we already have everything we need. It's just special summon a monster, go into our Halka Fibrex. This part of the combo, once you get to like the real guard dragon part, it's kind of where we start to differentiate. But I mean, you can see the extenders, the deck, guys, so each hand will be slightly different, but for the most part this is what you're going to be doing. You even get an awesome little 300 attack boost on your Arclight. Like I said, this is all kind of dependent on where your extenders and your opening hand and everything off your Saryuja, so it's not always going to be these exact cards, but for the most part you'll get to the end board way more than you won't. Smoke Grenade, rip our 2nd card from our opponent. Then on their turn, as soon as they do something in the main phase, you just Halka Fibrex into your Desert Locust and you rip another card. I mean, they get to pick at least. So Synchro Summon, the turn player discards 1 card, but they have to discard a card, meaning, well, they only get 3 cards in their hand, and you have Herald, Savage, and your Buster Lock. So yeah, and not only that, like, your turn, your Borlode's got 5400 attack, and like, we have our World Legacy Guard Dragon as a follow-up. Sometimes, like I said, you'll have your Levineer back in your hand for Safert. I've actually had like crazy hands on my follow-up play in a few tests. But yeah, so that's the combo. Let's go on into the deck list. So here we are with the deck list. We are playing 3 Rocket Tracers, 1 Magna Rocket. The effect doesn't really come up too often. But I mean, like out of any of the monsters we were gonna play in this spot, it's it's sending a card from the field to the graveyard. Like that's why we went with Magna Rocket over the other ones. 3 black metal because this card completely on its own gets you to, well, rip 1 smoke grenade in your hand with like 4 or 5 other cards in your hand. So yugioh, your tuner, and your arc light on the field. So yeah, it's um, pretty good. But then you have your Red Eyes Darkness Metal to go with your black metal. The Baby Dragons, your Collapse Serpent, your Wyver Burster. We went with double Saphert because, like I said, it's nice when you open it. You don't necessarily need to open it or want to all the time, but I mean, 3 wouldn't hurt at all. I mean, you could play 1, 2 if you wanted, but I'd play 2 or 3. 1 Omni Dragon Brotar, because just fetching out our Levineer, the 1 Levineer, 1 Phalanx, 1 Dragon Buster for the lock, 1 Viline Cube, and like I said, these just, it's really nice because Saryuja can put them back into the deck, so even if you open them, they're not even like bad to open. 3 Gamma, 1 Driver, 3 Droll and Lock. We went with 9 hand traps. I feel like most decks should be playing at least 9, and we just went with these over others because, well, Droll and Imperm are always going to be live even with our board. Gamma, not so much, but it's just that impactful and that good that I feel like playing Gamma should be pretty much in the majority of decks. 1 Boot Sector Launch, 3 Quick Launch, the card we could not think of to save our life a little while ago. 3 Chaos Space, 3 World Legacy Guard Dragons. Thought about doing 2 with 1 Secession. Still kind of iffy and back and forth on that. Just because then your chance of having multiple usable cards is actually better. So we probably will end up going to 2 Guard Dragon, 1 Secession, 1 Divine Lance, 1 Smoke Grenade for the combo, 1 Living Fossil. In case you open your Smoke Grenade, then you just search out your Living Fossil off your Viline Cube, so you're still plussing. Plus, it's an extender. It's just a free extender, guys. So, I mean, pretty much everyone who's playing Smoke Grenade and Violon is already playing Living Fossil anyway. I don't need to tell you guys that. This is more for people not familiar with the deck. And if you open your Living Fossil, well, it's an extender. Like, it's not even a brick to open, so why wouldn't you play it with your Smoke Grenade? Open your Smoke Grenade, get a free extender. Open your free extender, it's a free extender. So, not much more to say about that. 3 Imperms. Extra deck is pretty tight, but I mean, most Dragon Link decks are. Obviously, we have our Arclight, Metal Marcher, Locust is our Spice, the Savage. So we don't end on the seal. Instead, we rip another card. So it's either bouncing a card from their field, ripping a card. I mean, it's up to you what you would rather do, but we just wanted to change it up a little bit and show you guys another possible option. We could have just, basically had the same deck as everyone else and put it on here for you guys to see the same combo as everybody else, and then you're going to go and do the same thing as everybody else. But we wanted to just give you another option, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it. Go play one of the other variants and probably do good, because the deck, in my opinion, is the best deck of the format. 2 Striker Dragon, 1 Link Cross, the Guard Dragons, 1 Romulus, 1 Whelp, just generic Link 2 Dragon, 1 Helki Fibrax, 1 Union Carrier, 1 Saryuja. And like I said, remember there's going to be hands too where like you can pitch your Boot Sector Launch and then use your Saryuja to just special summon the Tracer out of your hand instead that way. And then 1 Boral Sword because we like to just OTK and deal a lot of damage. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you like the deck profile, let me know down in the comment section below if you have questions, concerns, or any suggestions for making it a little bit better even possibly. Let's talk down below, and take care, guys.